It was a good game. Thought they were one of the best sides we've played this year. It's not hard to see why they're up near the top of the league. Defensively, we're very impressed with them. They're very well organised. Quite difficult to break down. I thought we defended really well also. So subsequently there weren't many chances in the game. We did nick one, and then it was a case of whether we could go on and get the second and try and give them something to chase. But we struggled to take the opportunities in the second half. They've then equalised and we've ended up coming out with a draw. So difficult to break down. Both defences on top. Tough game, but we're happy to get a point out of it at the end. I think it depends which way you want to look at it. I think that to go 1-0 up and then ended up only coming out with a point, I suppose you could say it's 2 points dropped. But the other side of the coin is that towards the end we were under a lot of pressure. They went down to 10 men, so again you could say we should have gone on and maybe pushed for a second. But we were tiring, they were coming into the game as the game went on, so we're probably lucky in the end to end up with a point. They could have gone either way. Both teams will feel that they could have won it, but then again both teams could have lost it. So I think in the main it'll be a decent point coming into the season. I think if you asked each individual side, they'd all say that they had the best running. I think that ourselves, we've got Lancaster and Morecambe to come. We've also got to play Coleg Meani again, and we've got to play Runshaw. So we've got a tough running in that respect. Runshaw have got to play obviously Coleg Meani, and they've got to play us, and they've got Cardinal Newman. It's always a tough game as well. And then Coleg Meani are a bit further behind in fixtures, so they've got something like 6 games left that they've got to squeeze in the next month or so. So that's going to have a say as well. They've also got to play us again, and they've got to play Runshaw twice. So I think it's one of those things. I think it'll just be who manages the fixtures the best and one-off results on the day. Really excited. It's gone really well. Obviously, it's a new partnership, a new branding of the football academy at Preston's College. So far, we've had keep in touch days. We've done taster sessions with the local partner clubs, and the feedback we've had and the uptake has been excellent. We've gone through the trial stages now. We're probably 95% of the way there in terms of recruitment for the academy for next year. Just got another couple of lads to look at, but we're getting interest on a daily basis, to be honest. Especially now a lot of pro clubs have released players and so forth. We're getting lads ringing us quite regularly and emails coming through. So it's an exciting time for us, for the partnership, and obviously for the football club as well. So fingers crossed, it's all going great. Yeah, they've done really well. Delighted for obviously for Neil Crowe and Neil Reynolds. They've worked very hard. I think there was a bit of a feeling in some quarters last year when they reached the playoffs that they'd overachieved. So I suppose this time it's consistency, and they've done it again. And hopefully this time they'll go one step further and they'll be playing in the Evo Stick Premier next year. The club itself is set up for that level of football. The facilities, the ground, the volunteer base that they've got there, it's all excellent. It's all ready for Evo Stick Prem football next year. So all being well, they'll get a home tie in one of the playoff games, if not both, and go from there. But the playoffs can be a little bit of a lottery, so it's one game at a time, I suppose, as the cliche goes.